Tapestry with Miriam on Fusing with my channel, Your Thread, Your Tapestry. We are very excited today to have this young man who appeared on Canada Got Talent. His name is Evangel Omari Besong. Thank you so much for coming to the show today. How are you?
I'm doing good, Miriam. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to have you in the studio. I was just looking at you, such an amazing talent that you have. Tell us about yourself.
So I'm 15. I'm in grade 9, going to high school, and I go to Johnny Bright School.
Oh, that's very good. Johnny Bright here in Edmonton, right?
Yes, in Rutherford.
Okay, and are you the firstborn in the family?
Yes, I'm the first of 4 in the family.
First of 4. Oh, that's very good. What inspired you to start singing?
My mom, because she was always singing around the house, and I was always looking at her and I'm like, oh yeah, she can sing. And so all of a sudden, one day I'm playing piano and then she comes to me and she's like, you have the voice because you have my genes, you should be singing as well. And so I opened my mouth for the first time ever since then, and I haven't stopped since.
That's amazing. So your mom inspired you to start singing?
Yes, she did.
That's really amazing. So did you feel like you were being pushed to sing, or you just felt like, okay, let me just start singing now?
Well, it's half and half.
Yeah.
It was more being pushed in the beginning, I guess, because like I was younger and I didn't really know where I was going with this. Because like my mom was continuing to give me that push back then, but now I'm taking, as a more independent person, I'm taking more responsibility to do what I have to do, and my mom's like holding back, gradually continuing to, so it's good.
So you feel like that passion is just now coming out, and you're like, you know, let me just do my thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So now, leading up to, I know you appeared on Canada Got Talent.
Yeah.
Leading up to that, what was that process? Did you have to, before auditioning, or did you have, what was the process like if anyone wants to go and audition?
Well, you have to go online and you have to enroll for Canada's Got Talent. You have to, it's a very long form, a very long process, first of all. You have to send in a lot of videos. There's a lot you have to tell about yourself. Addresses, where you're from, all that kind of things. And afterwards, leading up to the audition date, there's a lot of like videos that you have to create, a lot of things to do.
A lot of things that you have to do.
That you have to do.
Yeah.
A lot of forms that you have to sign. And so all these things, they add up like in huge amounts, and it's really like frustrating because like it's always like, oh, I thought we already did this. We already did this, but they keep just coming on and coming on. But in the end, it was worth it because I realized I made it, and it was a great experience. So.
And they called you, and you're like, yes, I'm going.
Yeah.
And when you got there now, what was it like for you to put yourself, because this is now the world is watching you.
Yeah.
What was that like? You know, you're now being watched by the world. Were you scared, or were you that confidence, because we saw you, and the choice of a song as well matters, right? So how was that like?
So, well, I was excited, but at the same time, I was also nervous. First of all, choices of the songs, that got me really anxious because they kept switching it up on me. They kept telling me this was good, this was not good. In the end, I'm happy we found a good song, but I was really it was a matter of anxiousness and nervousness. And that actually got to me as soon as I touched down at the destination.
Yes.
I was feeling very ill and everything. I'm just happy I made it out, and I managed to execute what I had to execute pretty well. But yeah.
Yeah, and that shows how, you know, the strength that you have within you. Because when you decide to kind of like, you know, let me put myself out there, and also with a passion comes with a strength, right?
Yeah.
And because that's something that as a young person and other young people should see you as, you know, you have that strength and tenacity to actually go out there and start singing. And you sang Shawn Mendes' song.
Yes.
Has he reached out to you after you sang?
I mean, before it was just a song that I realized, oh, I could sing, I could play it, no big deal. I have like over 20 songs in my collection
Yeah.
that I always just go there and I pick 10 for each day and I sing them.
Yeah.
But then as I sang the song that day, it really touched me. It really reached out to me because not only did I execute everything that everyone was hoping, my family was hoping for me to execute, especially my mom, but I also did manage to find how this song felt in me, which was also a very big factor for me succeeding in the show.
Oh, that's really good. Have you been getting a lot of attention after? I know you have, but you know, how is it like now? Like, you know, you've been getting a lot of attention from people, and even recording. Do you have recording artists that you know that have reached out to you, or producers that have reached out to you?
Not yet producers. I'm sure that's going to come because with everything, the attention came. But the attention, though, is surreal. There is a lot of attention lately, and it still hasn't stopped to this day.
Yeah.
A lot of people at my school, a lot of family, friends reaching out to me, telling me how great I did, telling me that I was amazing. It really helped me, healed my soul, made me feel good. But it was also kind of nerve-wracking as well because I've never been this much out there, and that experience helped me to put me out there more because I've always really been like an introvert kind of, and this has helped expose me more, help me understand what it feels like to succeed and to do good in something, and yeah, that's how it made me feel. And the attention is good as well, especially. As I said, not many producers have reached out to me or anything yet, but a lot of people though, a lot of famous people. Like Shawn Mendes, as you saw on the show, and also like the Melisizwe Brothers, which is part of the reason why I'm now on Milestone Concert. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, talking about the Melisizwe Brothers as well, because I was going to talk about that in terms of if you are pursuing your career as a singer now, are you going to continue doing that, or what's your plan in terms of singing?
Totally. My mom always taught me that if you have a gift, you always have to use it, no matter what. And so I'm totally going to keep using my talent to reach other people in the world, to touch their hearts, to be the light in the darkness, to tell them that they're wanted. All the good, positive messages in the world, that's just what I want to give to them because that's my purpose.
What a young man. You're so wise. And it's very important because, you know, when you have a voice and you have a platform to give, you have to make sure that you touch somebody in a different way, in a positive way as well. And as a young person to come out and do that and also know that this is important because there's going to be a lot of young people that are going to look up to you. And so you have to act a certain way and you have to be, so you're a very good example to young people. Now, talking about how you got yourself inspired to do music and all that, you also met the Melisizwe Brothers, I believe. So you know the Melisizwe Brothers. So how did you meet Melisizwe Brothers?
So I met them about 5 or 6 years ago when they were performing for Southside Pentecostal Assembly, which was my church at the time. So they were performing with International Children's Choir, which was where I was participating in that. And so about a couple months back, there was a family friend who reached out to their dad. And he was like, oh my gosh, this boy is so good. You need him in the team. He will make a very great, valuable asset. And so that's where the real relationship began.
Okay. So the Melisizwe Brothers are actually here. And do you want to see them?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it will be really nice for them to come and meet you because you are actually performing with them at the Winspear Centre. And you're performing there. You'll be their first act. Right?
Yes.
And this is really great. And I wanted to invite them as well to come in on the couch so that you can speak with them as well and we can speak together. So Melisizwe Brothers is here.
Yeah.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good. We're doing good.
Yeah? You guys have been very busy. I know it's been a while that you came here and we spoke. You've been really busy. How was your Christmas? Because that's the last time I saw you.
I guess our Christmas was pretty great.
Yeah.
You know, we spent a lot of the time, you know, recording videos, of course, for, you know, our fans online, spending time with friends and family, like we always do normally. So, yeah, it's been great.
So I was just talking to the young man here. Isn't he amazing?
Yes.
Yeah, because, you know, I was just talking to him about, you know, his talent and how he showed himself to the world and, you know, really having to meet you as well. And talking about inspirations and stuff. I know you guys have inspired a lot of people out there. How does it feel to know that, you know, there's a young man who's also following your footsteps?
I think, you know, seeing Evangel perform, you know, it's seeing a male vocalist, you know, at his age, you know, playing piano. It's like very rare to see that nowadays because, you know, at that age, our voice is changing and not a lot of people, you know, tend to stop singing. And, you know, seeing that he has a gift and he's, you know, he's keep pushing through.
Yeah.
And, you know, seeing him recently on Canada's Got Talent, I think that's like, you know, a pretty big deal. I think, you know, it's very awesome. He has a gift and, you know, it's very awesome working with him, performing at the concert, so yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Mark, did it ever occur to you that one day you'll be having a young man here in Edmonton who's going to, you know, be inspired by you? I know I've asked that, but just really that process of that thought process, how does that sit with you?
Well, Miriam, like, you know, we're always about inspiring others to, you know, go after their gifts, their dreams, and their goals. And we didn't expect that we would find Evangel really, who you know started to, you know, take off, you know, vocally and musically, but I know the history. It was five years ago. We met Evangel, and he was singing in the choir. But to see how much he's grown as a vocalist, as a pianist, and where he's gotten to, is just makes us feel wonderful inside and happy to see that he's actually taken on like a mantle for himself, and he's actually pursuing his gifts, and he's using his talent to really just reach people. I think it's just for us, it's really just kind of meeting people and just hoping that whoever we touch and perform for, that whoever is just upcoming and just sees us, they feel inspired, and that's the whole thing. But honestly, it's just we feel happy that Evangel's going to be performing with us at the Winspear, and we can't wait. It's going to be great.
Yes, and you guys, I know it's been a journey for Melisizwe Brothers. I call you the gold mine trio because you have such passion and power and just really a lot to give out to the world. And you're still giving, and you're giving, and you're giving. And so do you think that Edmonton, like, you know, you're going to have this concert at Winspear Centre, and I know it's big, it's a buzz, like everybody's talking about it wherever you go. Some people call me because they're like, oh yeah, how can I get the tickets and all that. Do you think people in Edmonton have finally known who you are? Because I know it's the challenges, and I know you're going to talk about it as well, but those challenges of really taking a step and you're like, am I going to make it? For me, I feel like you've made it. So what do you think?
Well, I feel that Edmonton is, you know, after all these years, it's started to grow, especially in the music scene as well. So I think that, you know, we're going to be able to reach a lot more people in this city. And the city itself, it has, you know, so much more to do with the music scene, right? We have a lot more growth, And, working with other artists is helping that, that growth. So, Evangel, we're working with other artists in that concert. Just exposing them to Edmonton is helping the growth of the music scene, right? So I feel that, now in 2023 and on forward, there's a lot more people we can reach within our city in Edmonton.
Yeah, you guys did a tour, the school board, Edmonton School
Yes,
Boards as well.
yes.
How was that like? And it was really good because a lot of young people now started to resonate with you and stuff. So
Yeah, we did that. The Black History Month school tour, it was in collaboration with Africa Center, and it was very, it was a very, I would say, very successful in terms of how it went, and we were able to, share our story of how we started as, us being 4, 5, 8 years old, being as a group, and, share our inspiration to many of the teenagers in school. And I really enjoyed it. It was very, very fun. So
yeah.
yeah.
Did you say?
Yeah, well, for me, it was different because usually our gold mine presentations are done for elementary school students. So this was the first time that we did kids our age in high school, and I feel that they really received it really well.
Yes.
And that really helped us to expand our audience, because now we know that the people our age also enjoy our messages, our music and everything. So that really opened up another avenue for us, because we're now able to invite these kids that are our age to events like this, so they can see that working on your gold mine can really have open up many doors for you, right? So it's for me, the gold mine school tours were just an amazing learning experience.
For those of our viewers who don't even know about the gold mine, what can you tell them about the gold mine? I know, Mark, I'm going to ask you to talk about that as well, because you have appeared on a lot of shows. Ellen DeGeneres, Apollo, the America's Most Musical Family, and many that I may not even mention here. And people think that maybe it's just that easy. It's not easy, right? So does it surprise you, like where you are now?
I think for us, it's like we've gotten used to like people like asking us like, how was it on Ellen? How was it on Steve Harvey?
Yeah.
And all these questions. I think, I guess we've gotten used to, being on the go all the time, always improving, always going places. And I guess the last place we were was in Belize. We were in Belize, and we just came back from Belize. And, for us, it's just always being in that state of growth. It's just kind of, something that we've gotten used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell us about the gold mine?
The gold mine, our goal is to really inspire the minds of individuals to go after their dreams and goals. And through the gold mine, we started a few programs, a music program where we collect instruments, and these instruments that are donated, we find individuals who need these instruments, who can't afford them, and we try to focus on helping them to receive these instruments from us. And another program that we do through the gold mine is our school presentations, where we visit schools and communities, and we speak to those communities and just kind of share our story, and as well as a message, an inspiring message with them, just in hopes of just encouraging them to use their minds and to find out what their gifts are. And we're starting to do our exchange programs, where we travel to different countries in the Caribbean. Our last trip was to Belize, where we performed for 10,000 kids, and we got to speak with them as well, and it was really awesome. But yeah, the gold mine is we're based here, and that's what we do. Yeah.
So not only is gold, you give your voices as a gift to the world, you also give a gold mine, which is an actual giving, because you are giving the instrument, you're giving like equipment to the people, and also teaching them on how to fish, not how to eat fish, right? That's really good. So what steps should other people like young, like Evangel can take to become like you? I know he has taken that to be like, passionate and confident, and he's such a wise young man. We've spoken, and he's like, really great. So what steps do you think that, young people out there should take to make sure they become like you?
Number one is listen to your parents.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, just at least try. Being like doing what you want to do, doing what you love isn't easy. It's not an easy road, and for us, we're very grateful to have our parents who always look out for us. Also, are behind us, making sure we're staying motivated in what we do, and I would say one thing is just always listening to the right people. That's mostly your parents and the influential people you meet along the way. And, just staying dedicated, staying motivated, and never losing sight of, why you're doing what you're doing. I think that is like one of the most important things. But I know Mark and Seth have
other things. Yeah,
to
they
say,
can
so.
probably say. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Along the way, there are going to be different distractions, right? But, it's always keeping on that main goal, and that main goal is not because you want to benefit from what you're doing, but it's you want to inspire others to do the best that they can, right? And it's always doing the best that you can and trying to inspire others to do the best that they can. We've learned that along the way from our parents. They always tell us, whatever performance you do, whatever presentation you do, just do the best you can, because that's what matters most, right? That's what the world wants to see. They want to see you at your best. So always keep at your best, right?
Yeah, and Mark?
Yeah.
And my word of advice is to find out what your strengths are and focus on your strengths. And once you find out what your strengths are, then that's where you're going to put most of your time. And we usually just bring it down to a simple rule, which is just the 80-20 principle.
Yeah.
And so most of our time is just spent on our strengths. So for me, that is more of the like the creative marketing. That's for us, right?
Yeah.
And so my job is to like engage, and I'm good at engaging with people. And Seth, he's the one who makes his strength is keeping us together. He's the decision maker, so that's his strength.
Yeah.
And Zach is the creative mind behind the music and the center of our music. So that's our strengths as a team. So it's just to focus on your strengths once you found out what your gift is.
That's really good, because we've defined those roles for each one of you. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you, because you guys now growing up to be very handsome young men, do you have girl challenges?
Girl challenges? I wouldn't say for me it's not really a problem for me. Yeah.
It's not a problem as in what?
It's not
Have you started having girls like, hey, it's Zach, hi, can I call you?
As I got in age, I started to notice it more.
Yeah.
But, for me, it's kind of like, I don't see it as big of a deal, most of the deal, because,
You're focused.
Yeah, that's what's most important. And the opportunity is always there. You have to know that, but, you always have to stay focused, so. I'm a music guy, so I'm like, you know what? It's
You're in love with music.
Yeah.
How about you, Seth? I don't trust.
Well, for me it's a little bit harder, but I deal with it okay, I guess.
Really?
My mom and dad, they keep me in check.
No, they So it's good to have mom and dad as managers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. And Mark?
I'm a pretty easygoing guy, so I find it's pretty, it's all right. I enjoy the company of like having female friends around. So, but you might find it that pretty soon I might be hanging out with a special someone.
Oh, nice. We hear it. We hear it. We hear it. That's really great. That's really great. Anyway, on a serious note, I just wanted you to tell our viewers, what do they have to expect at Winspear Centre? Like, what are they going to expect? Because I want them to come. And I'm telling them right now, buy the tickets. So what do they expect from you guys?
Well, this show is, it's actually titled The Milestone. And, out of the 7 years that we've been, doing music, this is almost like a celebration, a thank you to all of the people who've supported us online, who supported us in person, all over the world. And this is like this is the first big concert that we had since 2019, since the Jubilee Auditorium. And we've always wanted to, reach out in the community and, also recognize the talents that are there. The people who are, doing their best. Like Evangel, he's really talented vocalist, pianist, and we're also featuring Sophia Chavoka, and she's doing a duet, and she performed with Mark at the Jubilee Auditorium.
Oh, nice.
And it is a community event, also to showcase the talents that we have here.
Yes.
In hopes that it can reach a much larger audience. That's what this concert is about. So the genre of this concert is soul power pop. And that's our new genre that Seth, Mark, and I play. Yeah. And it's going to be more of a classical event, for professionals. So you get to see me in my suit. I can't tell you what color it's going to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
That's very great. That's very great, you guys. And Evangel, what can you tell Melisizwe Brothers now that you're going to perform with them? Do you have anything to say, or do you have anything to say to the viewers? What do they expect from you?
Well, I'm very grateful that they have given me this opportunity. I'm very grateful because this is like the first stepping stone in my story.
Yes.
And so I'm very grateful that I get to perform with them. I'm very thankful that I get to perform with them. Just very, very thankful is all I can really say.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's really great. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Mark, do you have anything to say? We are just wrapping up, you guys here, and I just want to say thank you so much for coming. But where can they buy the tickets? Like, if people want to buy the tickets, want to find you. I know you guys are known everywhere. I did ask him as well to give us, his social media handles, and I just want to ask you as well, where can they buy the tickets, and what's the date? I know it's June 23, and it's at Winspear Centre. And how much are the tickets?
So the tickets, you can find them on the winspearcentre.com.
Yes.
The tickets range from
55 to 70. Yeah, 55 to 77. But there is you can actually also reach out to us on our Facebook or Instagram page. We have special discounts for friends and family, and also we do complimentary tickets as well for kids under 11. So reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram, and you can find us by our name, the Melisizwe Brothers. If you put that on Facebook or Instagram, you'll be able to find us right away. But yeah.
Otherwise, the tickets are available at www.winspearcentre.com/tickets. And you can also check out the event on our Facebook pages and our Instagram page, and get your tickets by scanning the QR code there too. And again, thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you, you guys. I'm very proud of you all the time. And I want you to win, all of you guys. I want you to win and go ahead there and conquer the world. And also, you've heard them where to find them. You can also find us, Fusing Who Am I, on Facebook and Instagram, and also Twitter and TikTok, and also YouTube. Instagram account is Fusing_Who Am I. And your thread, your tapestry.